Mr. President, at this time I have a unanimous consent request, and I'd like to read it into the record. With this unanimous consent request, I would emphasize that this would be ending the debate and allowing a vote on Brennan. And so part of this unanimous consent request would be the establishment of a vote on this resolution, as well as setting a vote up on the confirmation of John Brennan to be CIA Director. The resolution states, resolved that it is a sense of the Senate that the use of drones to execute or to target American citizens on American soil who pose no imminent threat clearly violates the constitutional due process rights of citizens. That's the most important clause of that, and I think it's important for the American people to know that apparently the other side is going to object. So it's important to know that the majority party here in the Senate, the party of the President, is going to object to this statement being voted on. They can still vote against it if they wish, but they're going to object, I understand, to having a vote on this statement. The use of drones to execute or to target American citizens on American soil who pose no imminent threat clearly violates the constitutional due process rights of citizens. So what we're talking about is a resolution that says what we've been trying to get the President to say, that you can't kill non-combatants. You can't kill people in a cafe in Seattle. That's what we're asking. It is blatantly unconstitutional to kill non-combatants. I can't understand why we couldn't get a resolution, particularly because I'm willing to, with this resolution, move forward and let the vote occur on Brennan. The second part of the resolution is the American people deserve a clear, concise, and unequivocal public statement from the President of the United States that contains detailed legal reasoning, including but not limited to the balance between national security and due process, limits of executive power and distinction between treatments of citizens and non-citizens within and outside the borders of the United States, the use of lethal force against American citizens, and the use of drones in the application of lethal force within the United States territory. So basically, the second part of the resolution asks basically that we do our job. That we do our job and ask the President to let us know what's going on with the program. So if there's an objection to this, it would be an objection to, one, killing citizens who are non-combatants, and two, to giving us a report on what the program will actually entail. So, Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that at the time to be determined by the two leaders tomorrow, the Senate vote on this resolution, as I just read it, and with the addition to it, that they then turn to the Brennan nomination and are allowed to proceed to a vote.
Mr. President.
Is there objection?
Mr. President, reserving the right to object. Mr.
Senator
President,
from Illinois.
I'd say to my friend from Kentucky that I'm chair of the Constitution, Civil Rights, and Human Rights Subcommittee of the Senate Judiciary Committee. We are scheduling a hearing on the issue of drones because I believe the issue raises important questions, legal and constitutional questions, and I invite my colleague to join us in that hearing if he'd like to testify. I think this is something we should look at and look closely. That's why this hearing is being scheduled. I believe at this moment it is premature to schedule a vote on this issue until we thoroughly look at the constitutional aspects of all of the questions that you've raised today, which are important. And because of that, I have no alternative but to object.
Objection is heard.
Mr. President, I'm disappointed that the Democrats choose not to vote on this. You know, the answer around here for a lot of things is we'll have a hearing at some later date to be determined. The problem is that this is a non-binding resolution. This is a resolution just stating we believe in the Constitution and, hey, Mr. President, send us some information on, what your plans are for how this is going to work. It doesn't change the law, and in fact, I wish we could do more than that. We have an actual law that will be introduced where we'll actually try to change the law This is a symbolic gesture and a way to allow us to move forward, and I'm disappointed that we can't.